Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Adam, and today I want to show you some things that I found out in a place called Iron County, Utah. Just a bit of background on myself. I've been doing this kind of old world research for about 5 years now, and I recently decided to start sharing my findings. Alright, so this first structure is way out in the middle of nowhere. I actually came across it while I was heading down this random dirt road to check something else out, which I'll show you later. But yeah, check this out. It's this old brick building, super weathered but really solid. Just feels like it's been there forever. There is a little plaque that says it was built between 1898 and 1900 by the original owners, and apparently it was used as a hotel for travelers back in the day. It also says the ranch was first settled in 1858, so like 40 years before this house was built, which I think is interesting. But here's the thing, it looks way older than 120 years to me. I'm not an architect, but just by looking at the brickwork and the old foundation stones, it feels like it could be 300 years old. But maybe that's just me. In this next part, I'll get into some kind of wild historical stuff that I first came across from John Levy's videos. So there is this speech from a Mormon church leader, Heber C. Kimball, given in 1852 in what's known as the Tabernacle. In the speech, he said, "In the city of Manti, half the houses are vacant. There are houses enough empty there to accommodate 50 or 100 families. In Iron County also, there are similar advantages." Today we are focusing on Iron County. So that gets me thinking about logistics. If the settlers had just arrived and Iron County is 260 miles from Salt Lake City, my question is, who has all the time and resources to be building 50 to 100 extra houses? There's another part of the speech that really stands out to me. He says, "We will fill up these mountains, take up the land, and as they used to say in the States, become squatters." If you're familiar with this research, that line's gonna definitely stand out for you. People in this community theorize that we have actually inherited a lot of our old architecture from the previous civilization. And here we have someone saying basically that. And apparently it was a known practice in the United States to become squatters. Also, this speech was said to have been given in the Tabernacle just 5 years after they arrived in Salt Lake. This building is insane. Massive dome, pillars, incredible woodwork on the interior, and a huge pipe organ. In this community, we believe that pipe organs were an important part of the vibrational science of the old world. Back to Iron County, supposedly there were a lot of empty homes waiting for people, so let's take a look at some of the old architecture there. Here's Main Street in Cedar City. Basically the whole town is full of this type of beautiful brickwork. Here's an old post office with some incredible details on it. And even this one, a cathedral style building that seems to have quite a bit of weathering on the lower part of the building for such an early photograph. Now let's take a look at some of the homes in the area. Now these aren't just little shacks. They are very well built brick homes that give off the vibe of mini mansions. Some of them have been very well preserved and are still lived in today. Some not so much, like the one that I showed you at the beginning of this video, which is also in Iron County. However you look at it, it would have been an incredible achievement for the early settlers to have built such a surplus of homes. If you head a ways out of town, there is a spot called Old Iron Town, which was once the economic foundation of the area. This place was used for the production of iron. From an old world point of view, it is possible that this ironworking site originally belonged to an earlier civilization, and that the settlers simply found it and started using it. You will find brick-lined kilns, which are blackened from use, and quite a few structures that are nearly completely demolished. There's also a chimney that's still standing, and the remnants of what's labeled a house. I do wonder why these buildings were demolished when a lot of them look like they were built to last. But who knows, maybe there was a fire, which we've seen can take out brick and stone in these situations. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and have a great day.